Welcome back to Alchemy Factory. My name is Nilaus, and this is the final episode of this beautiful game until, maybe new things comes along and we'll come back to it in a half a year or a year's time. Who knows when there's a major update. Because I'm having a lot of fun, and I thought, let's just get to the end of it just to make sure that we see all of this game. So what we're going to do today is we are going to exclusively focus on... Where are you? All the way down here. We're going to make a soul. So... that's the soul is actually not that bad. We need the resonant crystal, which is the pink crystal, the pink catalyst. That's the only difficult one. We have the 5 first of the relics, so we only need 1 relic. That's the lunar relic. So we need to focus on lunar relic and on the resonant crystal, the resonant catalyst. The resonant catalyst is actually not that bad. So because it takes 15 resonant crystals, resonant catalyst, and then this philosopher stone, which we can also make. The bigger issue is going to be Luna, which has 5 different metals, which will not be a problem. And then it has the 75 of the start moon shears. Moon shears are going to be the absolute atrocious one. If you look here, so this one is 10 of the fairy dust, fairy tears, or whatever it's called. Actually, what is it called? It's over here. It's over here. There. Fairy tear. Okay. We squeeze the dust into tears somehow. What I'm kind of wondering is that this one is... we can do that, but we need an arcane processor for it as well. And then Stardust, look at how awful it is. It is the most expensive ones. There's the first 3 of the relics we need, and then we get 50. So if we need 75 of this, that means we actually need, and we need consume 16 here, and we get 50 for each. That actually means we need 24 of each of the different crafters here to get there. The one thing I'm thinking about is, like, this is an advanced alembic, and this is an alembic. So we could actually get like extra stuff if we did a reconfiguration. Oh, that is the end of the day. Let's have a look. I want to show you something here. I just got an idea. This one, 50. Ooh, that's a good one. Let's see. Crowns. Look at that. They give us 19 each. This is the biggest moneymaker you can imagine. This is ridiculously good. Just nothing compares to that. Like 3 of these? Nah. But this one, yes. And I'll show you how cheap it actually is. We spent 40 on this one, but aside from this is nothing. So 90 gold. This is the crowns are making money. This is why we're standing here looking at it, because that one. If you look at the cost of this is half a gold. This is a quarter of a gold, and these ones are each coming from 3 gold into 2 gold. 3 gold coins into 2 gold bars. So that means it's actually for this one I need 3 bars, and that means it's 4.5 gold. So 4.5. That means that this costs 5.25 gold, and I get 19 gold. So I get basically a profit of 14 gold for 1 craft. But of course we need sapphire and rubies. So this is where we really want to put them in here, so we can get more crowns. So like that, we have 7 crowns, and that 19 each. So I don't know, more than 100 gold for that, and we're just gonna be pinning it manually in here. There we go. Come on, get your crowns here. Get your crowns. So that means money will not be a problem. What will be a problem? Let's have a look at starting to build these things. All the things that we have, let's put them in here, and then look at the stuff we're missing. I have made a brand new location all the way up here, up the top. It's built on top of everything else, and it took a while to build it, but hey, we need it. Not that we really need it actually, but I just wanted to get the things sort of in one place. Honestly, I don't think I need it now that I think of it. What we're going to do is we are going to get over here, we're going to get this arcane shaper, which is crazy expensive, like 12 gold coins just for that. That's obviously for only one thing it can do. It can do the soul. So we need to put in the things we have here. And then I can also just as well build the other one before this one. I would love to build this game and just have enough time to play it so that I can actually build a real factory that does all of these in the grand scale that they deserve. But that is unfortunately not going to be right now. So we can trace back all of these things we can just place in here. And then it's only the moon shear that's a problem. So let's, that is the alembic. Okay, so what I was saying before was that if you look at our upgrades here, we can see that I have a lot of points, 10 points put into the knowledge part, But we're probably not going to be putting much into knowledge right now. We're probably going to put it into something else. So what if I took those points out? You can see it doesn't cost too much, and then put it in here into the alembic, because that gets us alembic output, which is the most annoying and expensive stuff. So if I could do 1, 2, 3, that's 6 plus 6 plus 8, that's 20% upgrade, and then 8, 8, 8, 8, and 8. Oh, what? Ah, why is it not an even percentage? Anyway, this gets us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 8. That's 40%. 1, 2, 3. That's 20. So I get all the way up to here, and that plus 60%. 60, 70, 80, 90, 100%. If I could get 100% output from this, that means I only need half as many points. Let's do that, right? Let's do that. And I do have 1 allocated point, but if I take those 10 points out, I need 1 more point. So I'm just going to get 1 more point. Then I'm going to switch it over here, because then I don't need as much, because this one is made in alembic, and then suddenly we can get twice the output. Oh, yes. I hope. And also the extractor is done in the alembic. Let's grab all the stuff we have here and redo everything else. Here we have our upgrades. So now I'm moving all the points over to the alembic. That means extractors and alembics are now getting 100% extra. I still have my speed of the belts. I still have plus 10 levels of fuel efficiency and fertilizer efficiency. And then we have 5 levels of sales ability. And we are in the process of just making more gold up here. That's, yeah, okay, almost. Just let's run on over and see what we have. And that is gonna go up top. It's so nice. This staircase is really good, and I really like this one. So let's get this one done as well. So the first one was steel. The first one is steel ingots. So let's see, we should be getting steel. Yep, and that means that one plus that one. That's the 75. Second one is here. So that's 25 and 50. So that's also 75. And then we got that. So that's the silver ingots. I got that here. And then the gold ingots is almost ready, but not quite. And then, of course, the moon shear. Then over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the first one. So Luna is the one that comes like that. And then we need here, and we need that one. And now all we need is this one. So we need 2 things. We need the eternal catalyst and the Luna. And the Luna, for that we need only the moon tears coming in, which is, oh, that's a liquid moon. Okay, of course it's a liquid, because yeah, of course it's a liquid. So that's coming in a that one, that's a liquid. So that comes out here. That is advanced alembic. So let's make that right here. Advanced alembic is built on one of these. Advanced alembic, and I hope that it would be it's going to yield extra. I hope so. Does it say? I don't know. I need to check if that's yeah, hold on. The recipe says 10 to 1, but up here it says 150 to 30, so that's 5 to 1. So yes, it does include the recipe we can see in the tooltip does not include it, but the recipe we can see in here does include it. So that means I need 5 times as much. That means if I need 75 of this liquid, then I need times 5. That's 275. Okay, 220. I don't know. No, 375. I need 375 of the tears and a lot more stardust. Damn. Well, we need more stardust. So let's make the stardust one. That's in an arcane processor. So let's figure out how that's done. Oh, that's interesting. It actually points right up there. That's a really interesting shape. There. That's going to be the stardust, and the fairy tears is an extractor. Ooh, and the extractor also has 100% extra. Oh, that's good. So stardust is, or fairy dust is going to be super cheap. Yeah, super cheap. And this one has to be. Oh, we also need the eternal essence. Yeah. we'll do this one first. So let me go grab some of these and then figure out how many we can actually get in here. The next interesting thing that I just realized is that we actually have this one making aquavitae, but now this has doubled in value. This used to be 150, and that would be enough, but now it's doubled up here. So we definitely have excess of this. So that means, what if we look at one of the other things we need? We need an eternal crystal here. Eternal crystal, we need 5 of these. That means we need 75 resonant crystals. Or resonant catalyst, I keep calling crystals. So this one comes from fertile, not a problem. Volcanic ash, not a problem, like 75 plus 75. And then aquavitae, which is we can just leach from here. And that means we just put a little blender. Blender. It was an advanced blender. Advanced is simpler. Advanced blender. There. I can just build this basically here. And then get that inbound here and here. This will be making the resonant catalyst, and then it is... do we have something over here? Yeah, but not enough. Do we have something here? No. Okay. This one's too slow. It's also just not accumulating anywhere. What was the other thing we needed for this? The ash. So the ash is here. We have way too much of this. So this is easy. And then we just need to go find some more of the fertile catalyst. We know we have a ton of that in here. Not a ton. Okay, we have probably a ton of this in here. And yeah, so we can... Oops. All right, let's just see how much we made from the crowns. That's the only thing that's really relevant. There we go, 133. Oh, yes. And we're not selling as much as the other ones because we're stockpiling them. And yeah, a lot of money being made here. Okay, I'm gonna take this and put you back. Good. And then if we... I'm just running back and forth because there's another thing that we also need, and that is we need 5 of these. There. Actually, let's take 7 and 7. And this one will only take 5. This one. Yes. Why? Why the difference? And that means we can go back here. Yeah, this is a little bit of a mess, this way of doing it, but look at this high rise we have here. I definitely have some ideas for how I would improve this for upcoming future episodes here. That one goes in here, and that one goes in here, which are the 2 things, and that goes out here. And then all I need to do is mess with the pipes, which is always fun. At long last, this one is making, so that gets the resonant crystals, but it doesn't get as enough because we also need here, and this one we're gonna get something very special in here. First, we're gonna get 2 more crowns. That one. So we get 2 more crowns, and then means the rest of this. Then we have 4. Or 5 of each. There we go. And that gets us these 2. Then we need some potions. I think I'm actually going to... get this panacea potion in here. Done. And that's a 20,000 piece per second for 2... And it takes 2 minutes, so it takes 30 seconds. I don't know. Oh, why did I build the output here? Never mind. It will get out here. There we go. And into a little box. Yeah, and then I want another panacea potion just to top it off. And that one. Are we getting it? Oh, look at that. Oh, that's everything. Oh, we got a legendary stone. Produce a philosopher stone. Yes, we need to make 5 of these. Okay, so we actually need way more than this fuel we get here. Let's see this one. This is still burning out. It takes a while for this to get hit. So let's just get some of this. And get that in there. That should be enough. There we go. Alright, so that gets us the philosopher's stone. And this one gets us the resonant crystals. And then we are looking at... This is in an arcane processor that needs to be reprocessed as well. Put up here. into the arcane processor, then that should be working by itself. That gets us eternal crystals, and we're limiting it because we can't get more than 5 of these crystals here. There you go, that's the second one, and then the final one that comes in. And you're gonna go in here, yes. And let's see, so this one is making, yes, this also needs to be running for quite a while, but then we get the 5 of those we need. Let's go back to our goods here. So that's this one. Now the only thing we're missing is the lunar, which means the moon tier. So what do we need for the moon tiers? Moon tier, that was the fairy. I think I calculated it as 200. If I learn the fairy, then I need 200 fairy dust. So that should not be a big deal to make that. Do I have enough to actually? Yes, I have these 2 lapis lazuli for making it. So we're gonna leave you for a little bit, and then go over and see. Do I have gentian and chamomile? Yes, I do. Good. So this will go all the way up. Oh, I can just take this rickety staircase here. That one and here. So that was, oh right, I forgot to also do this one. The other part was also one of these. And that has to go into the other part of, so the stardust is coming from here, and the fairy tears is coming from the extractor, and the extractor is coming from this fairy dust. Yes, so this one needs to go in. That means I need to get some, oops, here. Let's see. Okay, we need 1, 2. Funny how it changes when I pick it up here. And I think it actually needs to be crushed. You're gonna be here, and then that needs to crush. And this is a little bit more tricky because that has to be, that's coming out in 2 different things. This is the filter, and then it is also crushed here. And this is the gentian, which means that I need to sort out the, let's see, here. And the one that gets sorted is the one that's on top. So I need to sort out the one I don't want. And get that in here. There. Just to store it. And the last part over on this side is going to be just something we bring in. That one. And then all we need is there. Does it work? Let's see. And then this goes into an extractor, which I guess will be, oops, this one should have gotten some fuel in here. Yeah, okay. And on this side. This will be fairy dust. Yes. Okay, that comes out quickly. And that's doesn't need all of this, does it? Because this is, it's a liquid coming in. Yeah. Okay. So this actually is just an extractor, which should also be working at higher rate. Yes, it used to be 1-to-1, but now it's 1-to-2. Yay! And then we need to mess with the pipes. That's something I always cut out because that's about 2 minutes of just cursing and swearing, and I want to save you from that. We are now getting closer, and I will be putting 8 of these in here, 8 of these in here, and 8 of these in here, and then we'll see how many we get. Then that will get us hopefully some dust. Yes, indeed. And then we have here yet another time I have to mess with pipes because of course, yes, And this one. Hey, look at that. First try. Okay. So we're building something up here. And I need... Why is it not getting there? Oh, right. It needs some panacea potions. That... Not enough raw materials. Which one? Oh, right. 16 of these. Ugh. Oh, right. It's munching on this like slowly. But then it gets here. And when it gets to 16, then it produces another batch again. Batch of 1. There. Here comes another batch. There, 2. All right, this needs to go to 75, and then everything should be good. And the last one we were missing was the 75 gold. So let's take stock of the situation. I got all of this going in here. This one has to go all the way up to... Oh, this... Oh my god, this is not correct. Is it? It doesn't seem to be. Oh, I did get 1 craft. So when I get 1 craft, I get 2 out. Let me just see when I get the next craft. I just want to make sure that it's not, I'm not being cheated here. So we do need a lot more of these for sure. Come on, get this to 16, and then I want to see if it's crafting. And then there's 2 in here, and let's see if we get, yes, 2 in here. Okay, good. So it just double output. This one's also double output, so this is also great. I have limited to the world tree leaf here, and I think that should be enough. I put 200 in it. That was my calculation, was 187.5. So everything is good. All I need to do is now wait for this to get to 75, and then we'll get all the other ones. Actually, you might as well just enable this, right? There. Oh, no. Why would you do that? That one and that one. And over here, we also have the last of the bits is the eternal crystal. So I'm actually going to cut this one out here so that we just make absolutely sure that we have... I want to cut all these out because then I can guarantee that it'll actually be standing on top of this one. And then we can get that. Cool. So now I guess we do the waiting game. Here we go. Ta-da! The power of Luna. Whew. And we have one more. So we got a Luna. Now I guess we bring it over here. I wish I could have both of them at the same time. I'm just kind of thinking because we're only going to get like this. We're only going to do 1. So there we go. That teeny tiny little thing gets a lot bigger in here. All right. So now it is working. It takes 30 seconds times 5 because it, yeah, everything is multiplied by 5. So this will be, and then the question is like, oh, should I just build 1 more? Because, you know, that would be nice. But no, we want to build this soul, and then we're going to be saying goodbye with this absolutely amazing game. So let's see what it looks like when it is done. Oh, it grows really quick. While this one's slowly completing, let me just do a little bit of debrief on this game. I have been absolutely blown away by this game. I think that in the beginning I was really frustrated with the commands. I still think that they are super unintuitive, but having played Star Rupture, it actually, Alchemy Factory is actually easier to manipulate, to build buildings. I think it's a really great, it's exactly my kind of game where you make these small factories, and once you have a small factory, you can copy paste them and apply them to a lot of other things. So that's definitely something I'm really enjoying about this game. And I have so many ideas about upcoming sort of when they add more content, or when there's something new coming in, maybe like a year's time when it sort of goes out of early access and into the release, then we're definitely going to come back to this, because I think this has been... It has been a really surprise for me how good this was, and also how popular it was. That was super amazing. So thank you very much, everyone, for following this series. It's been super amazing to see the support for this series. This is also why I've been kept going. Sometimes it's like there's a little bit of modest support, but other times there's really a enthusiastic support, and when there is, well, that's when I'm going to continue to play the game, if it also has something that I want to do. That should be done. There we go, the power of soul. So we have now completed the soul. There we go. I'm actually going to take a save game for this, just so that if you also want to play with this yourself, if you are a patron supporter, remember you can get the save games and the blueprints. We're not going to be taking any dedicated blueprints because they're a little bit messed up today. for this one because it's a little bit of a hack. But I'm just gonna grab this one, and then we're gonna hand it into the quest. Whee! And that's gonna be like the final one. Final thing we do is the handing in the quests. Ultimate test of the alchemy skill. Complete to promote to alchemy master. Ta-da! Congratulations, you completed the entire main campaign. You can still continue forging your alchemy empire, and while you do, your alchemy skill will not be capped whatsoever. Thank you for playing Alchemy Factory. Thank you! Alright. I actually wanted to see how many... oh, there's no Venus. Well, I mean, you can't cap it all, right? Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, take care, and as always, stay effective.